Hello again, Broncos country.
Really excited to chop up some Broncos with you all this week.
Bourbon, Broncos, and no BS.
It's the time, your favorite time of the week. We're not for the Raiders, Chargers, or Chiefs. So grab your brews in your fantasy league. We got that blue and orange blood that you bleed. The most loyal fans there ever could be. We are that mile high Broncos country.
Orange Weekly. Fans, brews, and Broncos news. Well, good morning, Broncos country. My name is Kevin, and welcome to a special Sunday morning edition of the Tailgate Talk. Hey, everyone, hit that share button for me. Really appreciate it. And start posting your comments and questions about the upcoming game today. Obviously, for us here in Colorado, it is a bright and sunny 6:30. I'm sure I look bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I am still trying to wake up, but that is okay. I'm glad to be waking up here with you all this morning to talk some Broncos. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. A couple big names from the inactive list today. PJ Locke is actually going to be active. Albert Okwuegbunam, again, another inactive. Still some strange things going on there. A lot of question marks, especially as we come up to the trade deadline. And Clayton, good morning. How you doing, man? Glad to see you here bright and early on this UK Broncos game day morning. We also have Cam Fleming was on the inactive list, and I lost it, but those were two of the big names. No one else really stood out. A lot of the injured people that we have been watching out for looks like they're going to be active, or at least they're not on the inactive list. So we'll see what that looks like. Let's see. Clayton with the stars first thing in the morning. Man, appreciate the support early. Glad you're here, bud. Appreciate it. Again, for everyone else, please post your comments, post your questions. Hey, at the end of this, we'll be posting your score predictions. If you enter your score prediction and the Broncos win, you will be entered in a chance to win some really awesome Broncos swag and Orange Weekly swag. So you have to put in a score prediction. You have to guess the Broncos to win, which I know hasn't happened a lot lately. But if you're correct, send us a message after the game and say, hey, I was right. You guys owe me some stuff. And I'll be like, yes, we sure do. And we'll send it your way. So just watch out for that. Watch the score and then watch for, when we start posting score predictions here at the end. Let's see. So what are some of the things that you all are looking for today? Are we looking for just some improvement? Do we think that Russell's hours of high knees on the plane really did the trick, and now he's fixed and good to go? Guys, I hate that, like, I'm making fun of Russell Wilson. I don't want to be making fun of him, but that's kind of where we're at. There's been a lot of talk surrounding him, and Shannon Sharp had some really strong words the other day on Undisputed about Russell Wilson and the, doing high knees and everything on the plane and stuff. And I don't know, guys, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It really is. So Clay has high hopes. Ryan, however, does not. Ryan says, yeah, there's no way. Clayton says, let's go do it. I love it. I love it. Smash Mouth football today. Look, guys, here's the thing. We don't need to be throwing the ball 42 times. and I know we were down in the last game and we were trying to catch up. But we got to really find what's working for us early on. And I think really using that run game really early on and just sticking to it all game long. Yeah, playing right here. That's really a huge, huge, huge key. Now, Ryan, this is interesting, in that we're getting to this point in the season. Yeah, and there's a lot of questions about, is this really, is Russ a good teammate? We're not going to hear, at least anytime soon, from the other players in the locker room what things are really like. I'm sure eventually we'll hear, as players retire, move on, do radio interviews. We'll look back, just like how we hear about things in the Peyton Manning days about what Peyton used to do. We'll hear things about what Russell used to do, but it's going to be a long time till we hear those real stories. And so, it could be that, no, actually things weren't that bad in the locker room. It could be that, yeah, things were that bad. And if you hear some of these previous players talk, Derek Wolfe, Mark Schlereth, some of these other guys, they don't pull punches. If there's, something that happened in the past that they really disagreed with, or there's a coach they didn't like, or quarterback they didn't like, they let you know. Yeah, some of it I'm sure is for on-air radio entertainment and whatnot, but some of it, I think if you're going to badmouth somebody, you better have something to back it up with, of like actual experiences and stuff. So I think these guys have something to look at. But like I said, for now, we don't have really any insight as to what's going on in that locker room. But looking at what Shannon Sharpe said on Undisputed, man, it's interesting. Russ gets his own private office. He gets this entourage. He gets to bring in all of his own people that he demanded he get to bring in. Nobody else gets that. Well, Peyton Manning didn't have his own office. John Elway didn't have his own office. Shannon Sharpe said that John Elway would go down and have lunch with the guys. It sounds like Russell Wilson probably doesn't do that. It's very much I'm Russell Wilson and you're not. At least that's the perspective that Shannon Sharpe has in the situation. Again, is he talking about this because it's entertainment value? It's getting people stirred up and getting people to watch a show? Maybe. But I also can see that. To be honest, I mean, look, I've flown on airplanes, both commercially and then a lot in the Air Force. And I know that if you're doing high knees and jumping around, there's going to be some banging. It's going to be loud. People are not going to be able to sleep through that. I don't know, that the whole thing just seems weird. And the fact that he had to talk about it is what makes it weird. One other thing, and just because this is such a good point, and guys, again, I hit that share button, and I know this isn't really about today's game, but I think in some ways it is about today's game. Really revolving around, has Russell Wilson, I don't even say lost the locker room. Did he ever have it? Did he ever have the respect of his teammates? Have they accepted him? Have they accepted him as like their leader? Or is he their leader only because he's the quarterback and the captain and nobody's really following? Okay, we can come back to this conversation for sure. There's a lot of questions to be answered. Look, if I'm the Broncos, and again, I'm going to steal this from Shannon Sharpe because I think he hit the nail on the head. It's not a shame on Russell Wilson for asking for all this stuff. Okay, I can kind of understand that. It's more of a shame on the Broncos for giving all of this to him, giving him the private office, giving him all of these, every request he's asked for, just saying, yes, whatever you want, we'll do for you, because you're going to come in and you're going to win us some games. Some games. You're going to win us games. You're saying you're going to take us to multiple Super Bowls and win multiple Super Bowls before you retire? Yeah, we're going to give you what you want. Okay, yeah. Well, this is very quickly becoming a shame on us kind of a purchase, in terms of the contract and everything like that. So here we go, guys. We're going to see. Okay, let's get back to some of the other game stuff, and we can talk more about the big picture Russ stuff if we want before game day. Again, guys, hit that share button. Stick around for the sharing your score predictions because, again, if your score prediction is correct and the Broncos win, you will win some free Broncos and Orange Weekly swag. Clayton, run. This is a huge part of today's game. We have got to be able to run the ball, and we have to stick with it. Again, if we throw for 42 times, we're going to lose this game. Period at the end. It's got to be close to, at the most, a 60-40 split, from passing to run. If we go above that, that's it. That is it. Clayton, we do that little play action and few bomb for a TD, baby. Here's the only question, when you're talking about a big, deep pass. How is Russ's health? How was his partially torn lat? How was his hamstring? If he can't plant his feet correctly, if he can't really do the body mechanics correctly because he's hurting, is he going to be able to be accurate deep down the field? Or do we say, you know what, today, we're going to do a lot of short passes. We're going to do the run game, open up the play action, but we're not really going to try for many deep field passes other than to just keep the defense honest. That might be it. So I don't know. Is Russ healthy enough to make those deep field, deep throws? I don't know. We're going to see. Let's see. End this game a few picks, baby. Let's see. Hopefully we get some turnovers. I want to just say interceptions. I would take any kind of turnover. I mean, how many times have we gotten the ball out of the receiver's hands or runner's hands or whoever? And it just always bounces in the other team's favor. I mean, I will never forget. You just go back to the first game of the season against Seattle. We ripped the ball out of Geno Smith's hands. And an offensive lineman for Seattle is somehow found his way back behind the quarterback. And the ball just bounces right into his hands. I mean, come on. Like that is the Broncos season. In a nut. You want to know what the Broncos season has been like? At least in a microcosm, right there. That's it. So yeah, I'll take any turnovers, man. Any turnovers. Chubb is going to be one to watch. Look, there's all the rumors we have all heard all week long, and maybe if you haven't, then good. You're hearing it here first, and we get to break the news for you. The rumors are, if the Broncos lose, God, let's not even talk about that. If they were to lose, Bradley Chubb would be traded. Jerry Jeudy would probably be traded. And the reason Jerry Jeudy's name really became more solidified as a trade piece is I can't remember the guy's name from the Giants that got traded over to Kansas City. And now, so former first-round pick from 2 years ago, 1 year ago, can't remember. Like a 2021 first-round pick. It could be the Giants are looking to get draft capital to set up for a trade for Jerry Jeudy. Look, the Giants are 6-1. They're looking at this going, hey, this could be a chance for us to make a pretty good deep playoff run. Let's get some pieces now. We're looking good in the standings. We're looking good, close to halfway through the season. Let's maybe get some pieces in here, some fresh blood, find some things that work, and just push ourselves to that next level and get ourselves ready for the playoffs. We'll see. I mean, we're not going to know if that's true or not unless the Broncos were to lose. The Broncos win, we'll never know. And maybe there's still a trade. There's so many rumors right now, guys. It's crazy. When the team doesn't do well like this, the rumors just go crazy. But so Chubb is going to be a name to look for. I didn't have time to make coffee, so I'm drinking some of this sparkling ice water plus caffeine. Very tasty. I'm gonna get some coffee for the game though. Some Colombian coffee. I thought it might be some a good day for some tea and crumpets. First thing in the morning, just tea and crumpets. You guys hate me. Watch the numbers just plummet here. Stand by, guys. Let's see. Defense, I'm not worried about. And I think the comments you all have really replicate that. Nobody's really worried about the defense. Shouldn't be. I mean, what reason have they given us to be worried about them? It's all about the offense. Everything around the Broncos has been about the offense. And that sucks because when you look at the defense, they are the ones that people should be talking about because of just how phenomenally they've been playing. But they are such an afterthought to the Broncos offense that I feel bad for those guys. I really do. At some point, look, we're all human. I've been on teams. If you haven't been on a team, I'm sure we've all been on team, whether it's on, in a work environment or what, but you get somebody who's not pulling their weight. Eventually you're going to get annoyed. You're human, especially in the sporting world where it's competitive and everybody's like doing absolutely everything to win, laying their body on the line to win. And you keep going out there and playing your heart out and the others have the ball isn't. That's going to start creating some rifts in the Broncos locker room. Like the defense should be like the headline when it comes to the Broncos. And I'm not saying that they're sitting there saying, we're not getting enough attention in the media, so I'm grumpy. No, but the point is, you're looking, you see those memes, the Broncos defense looking across the locker room like, I'm sure that's starting to happen, guys. And if you're Russell Wilson, how do you bring that together as a leader? I don't know. Not in his position. I'm glad to not be in his position, guys. Let's get back to some of your comments here. Yes, Clayton, spot on. Hit that like and share button, guys. Please head over to our YouTube as well. We have some YouTube-only content, primarily in the podcast realm where you can listen to our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher. But of course, we do broadcast those live as well on YouTube. So if you want to watch us live for those shows and some other shows as well, you're going to have to head over to our YouTube channel. So I'll pull that up here at the end of the show for you all to look at that. It is in the comments as well. Let's see, Clayton, got to be able to back all that up and play Russ. Yeah, he has to find a way to play. And use tight ends and short throws. Now, here's the thing. Russell Wilson just has historically not been a big tight end guy in terms of throwing to tight ends. So, again, is this asking him to do something that's not himself? That's setting him up for a position to fail? I agree with this, Clayton, but at what point do we all start saying, okay, we need to let Russ be Russ? And if that's the case, tight ends don't normally get too involved. So, let's see. Claim we should have slapping the ball drills. At this point, man, I don't know what drills they're doing, but something's got to change. Something's got to change. Clayton, good sir, thank you for the stars. Again, appreciate all the support today. You're coming in strong as one of our number one fans. Let's see. Clayton, I personally think we should keep both. We have a ton of talent on our receivers. We just need Russ to be Russ. There it is, man. There it is. But how long is it going to take for the team to figure that out? Man, it'd be great to go out there and just smash Jacksonville. Just demolish them. Look, if we go out there today and we win 42-3, that's not going to quiet everyone down. People are going to say that was a fluke. The Broncos really suck. I can't believe Jacksonville dropped the ball the way they did. They should have won. This was a fluke game. No one's going to give any credit to the Broncos today if they come out and they just demolish the other team. We're going to be sitting here saying, oh my God, thank you, finally. But I'm also going to be sitting here saying, when's the other shoe going to fall? Like, is that an actual fluke? Have they actually figured it out? You know, what's the case? A lot of it is going to come down to play calling. Look, if it's 3rd and 1, we're lining up in shotgun and throwing the ball. What was the stat, at least from a couple weeks ago? The Broncos were the least likely team to run out of shotgun in the NFL. So if you're an opposing defense and you know that stat and it's 3rd and 1 and they line up in shotgun, 80% of the time they're going to throw the ball. Pretty easy to tell what they're going to do. So play calling is going to be huge this morning. Huge. And I say this morning for us friends over in UK, it is the evening for them, or the afternoon. They are getting ready for the game. Looks like they are having fun over there. Clayton for some cookies, or AM cookies. I like it. Morning cookies for the game. Some more comments here. It's like they're playing their asses off and get shafted in a way. I hate it. Yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see what the defense does today. But if they keep doing what they're doing, they're going to give us a chance. Our offense just has to not suck. Our offense doesn't have to be fantastic. Our offense doesn't have to put up 42 points. We're holding the opposing team to like what? An average of, I can't remember what it was. It's between 14 and 17 points or something like that. I think it was like 14 points per game or something like that. We just need to score like 17 to 20 points on average, and we'd be winning these games. That's not a lot to ask for the offense. So I don't know, man. Brad, how you doing? How are you doing? Did Russ get injured at training, or is it just a free holiday? No. So Russ got injured in the Las Vegas game when he hurt his lat. He had a partially torn lat, and then last game against not the Jets, the game before that, and they're all blending together at this point. Whoever we played before the Jets, and lost that game. Russ pulled his hamstring, and it was considered a partial tear, which is a bad strain. So those were both game injuries, nothing at training, but that is why they sat him last week. To me, guys, I'm not the medic. I don't know what the situation is, but normally those take 3 to 4 weeks to heal. Normally. Russ did say he has Wolverine blood. Maybe that's true. And therefore, he has healed in a very, very short amount of time. I'm thinking this is kind of a desperate play by Coach Hackett, because he knows he's got to get something going before the bye week. And maybe not so much for his job, but something for the team to build off of going into the bye week. Something positive. So I just hope, knock on wood, that we're not rushing Russ back. So, Brad, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Okay, guys, start posting your score predictions. I want to hear what you have to say. Again, if you guess the Broncos to win, and they do, let us know. We'll try to check as well, but it helps us that, if you send us a message with a screenshot saying, hey, here's my score prediction, I was right. Boom. You have won some Broncos swag and some Orange Weekly swag, and we will send that out to you ASAP. So let's see those score predictions, guys. Clayton here. What do you want to happen this game? I want the Broncos to win. I want the Broncos to put up 21 points minimum. We should win handily if we put up 21 points. Should, assuming the defense does what the defense has been doing this season. Maybe they have a bad game, and then like we saw in Las Vegas, they can't be perfect every week. We can't expect them to do 80%, 90% of the heavy lifting every single week. But I'm hoping they're able to again this week, so the offense has a chance to get out there, put some solid drives together, put some points on the board, touchdown points, win the game. So, this is, man, Melvin Gordon really needs to have a huge game. He's got to step up and take it to that next level. You know, we have to have the 3 to 4 yards per carry throughout the entire game. We really, really do. If we're hanging around 2 yards per carry, it's not going to be cutting it. So, yeah, look, receivers catching the ball, that's a big one. The drops need to stop for sure. And let's see, back to the basics. Yeah, I mean, we should have been saying that weeks ago. Weeks ago. Clayton's guessing 38-14. Okay, buddy. This offense in your mind is going to get clicking today. I love it. Let's see what happens. Brad, enough is enough. Russ needs to find Judy more. We are wasting and risk losing a real weapon. Go Jerry, go Broncos. 35-7 is his score prediction. Nice. Okay. A couple high scoring offense scoring projections here. And again, some low scoring Jets scores in your predictions. So defense, people are thinking the defense is going to stand up and do what they've been doing. So there we go. Clayton also agrees Gordon Wilson needs to step up. So there we go. Give you all a few more minutes for some score predictions. I know it is early, guys. Don't forget, I'm going to pull this up, all of our other Broncos content for you all throughout the week. Again, you can check out our podcasts, the post-game and pre-game podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher. We may be doing the post-game podcast tonight, actually, instead of Monday nights like we normally do, just because today is such an early game for us. So check that out. You know, make sure you follow our YouTube, subscribe over there so that, you know, when we do go live, you get a notification. But otherwise, Monday night, there will be no Orange Weekly After Dark. It's trick-or-treating time, guys. Halloween tomorrow night. Happy Halloween. Hopefully the Broncos offense decided to dress up a day early as a competent offense. And that'll be their costume today. So maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Would be scary. Be scary good. But we'll pick up our shows and everything again starting Tuesday with Bourbon Broncos and OBS right there at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Halftime, I'll be here live with you all as well. So we'll see you there. Hopefully with a lot of good news to talk about. Let's see, Mike, how you doing? It is so early. Where you been, man? We've been doing this for 30 minutes. We've been going live for 30 minutes already, but glad to see you here, though, Mike. Glad to see you here. Clayton, 8 sacks for our defense and 8 sacks for our defense. Damn, that'd be huge. 2 picks, baby. And I'd be ecstatic with 1 pick, but 2 picks, yeah, that'd be great. I'd be happy with 3 sacks. I think is a good expectation. We'll see. Now, here's the interesting thing, guys. Like, both teams have been out there all week. Should be adjusted to the time and everything, but man, that's a big adjustment. And you're trying to, you know, learn the game plan for the week and get enough rest in and still practice and stay focused. You know, we'll see. I don't know, guys. There are just so many questions about this team. Let's see. All Broncos for Monday. I love it. Just, I don't know if going as a Broncos fan for Halloween is scary all on its own or what. Brad, I think the Javonte Williams injury really, man, the Javonte Williams injury, what other injury hasn't killed us this year? That one was huge. That one was really huge. But to be honest, you know, the offensive line is piecemeal together right now. They are super banged up. I don't know if Javonte Williams would even be having much luck in terms of, you know, getting the huge blocks and stuff. And he'd still be doing well because he's Javonte Williams, but I don't think he'd be having a breakout year by any means. So I miss him, yeah, because he is I think a bigger threat than Melvin Gordon. But But that loss was huge. You're spot on, Brad. That just sucks to see all the injuries on this team, and that definitely plays a part of it. It's not the full picture, though, obviously, as we've been talking about. We're going to see. I still don't know if this is a conversation of, is Hackett going to get fired tomorrow or not? Don't know. And because they're traveling back from London, it might be a Tuesday announcement. But I would imagine with the bye week that they would make an announcement as soon as possible, like Monday, like tomorrow, if the Broncos were going to let Hackett go. It's going to come down to how the game calling goes. If there's a lot more of those really ridiculous play calls, things that don't make sense, that keep putting us in bad positions to begin with, man, there might be a conversation for at least a little bit of, is this guy gone? I really think the bigger thing that's going to happen is it's going to be look, here's your bye week. You have the rest of the season to earn the chance to come back again next year. And it's not necessarily that we have to win out the rest of the season, but there has to be remarkably, shown growth and improvement. If not, Hackett's not going to get a second year. So we'll see, guys. We will see. Clayton, I have high hopes today. Truly, I do. We're going to turn it all around. Look, because it's Jacksonville, I also, I like our chances. I do. And I'll put my score prediction here down in a second. I'll say it for you all. But so don't forget, push your score predictions. There's a couple minutes left to enter into that. This very well could be a get-right game for us. Jacksonville's not doing bad this year, but they are Jacksonville. This isn't really a home game for them by any means. So, yeah. Let's see what they do, guys. Let's see what they do. Let's see. Brad, yeah, no, this is a great question, man. Really great question. So no, you cannot poach a head coach mid-season. Like if they're already with another team, you can trade. It has happened before. Last time a head coach was traded in the NFL, I'm gonna actually Google this because I'm curious, because it has happened before. Head coach. Well, let's see. So according to this, the 5 biggest NFL coaching trades in NFL history. So apparently John Gruden was traded, quote unquote, from the Raiders to Buccaneers in 2002. Bill Belichick was traded from the Jets to the Patriots. So look, it is possible. It has happened, but you look at these, it doesn't happen very often. It looks like maybe the last time that happened was like 2006. So, but yeah, Brad, no, that's a good question. So once the season's going, you can't tamper with head coaches unless they are officially released from their teams, fired. At that point, they're fair game. But you can't, say, hey, you should come coach for us the rest of the season because it sucks over where you're at and we're going to win over here and we'd rather you be over here. So come join us. And then the coach goes, yeah, I'm out. This team sucks. I want to go be with a better team. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're at, Brad. No poaching, but trading is an option. It's just not something that doesn't happen very often, but definitely good question, man. And hey, the fact that you're in Aussie and you're watching us, man, glad you're here. Glad to see Orange Weekly as being international. Let's see, Patrick, no TV further win. Let's see. Maybe just because I'm early. It's early and I'm still waking up. But explain that one to me, Pat. Just make sure I get it right. Let's see. Yeah, Clayton. Sometimes we have fans on the show for like the fan appreciation stuff and whatnot, but it's just kind of a lot to keep bringing people on and all the time. So if there's next time there's an opportunity for that, definitely let you know. Thanks, bud. I do appreciate all of your support. Let's see. Hackett would be up for grabs at the end of the season if he was fired. Look, he could be one of those coaches that are just bad head coach, but really great coordinator. Like Wade Phillips, he was not a good head coach. He did not do well as head coach. But look what he did as a defensive coordinator. Holy crap. He's a prime example. And there's a lot. I could go on a whole list. But people would want Hackett back as an offensive coordinator. They might even give him a chance as a head coach somewhere else because he has head coaching experience. It may be that this went so terribly that there's no chance of that happening again, at least not anytime soon. And he'd have to go back to being an offensive coordinator. But that could just be where he thrives, is that. So we'll see. But he'd be up for grabs at the end of the season if he's fired. And I wouldn't doubt that somebody would pick him up pretty quickly. Again, Clayton with the stars. Thank you, good sir. Appreciate the support. Wisconsin in the room. So we got Australia, we got Wisconsin. Orange Weekly is international, and love it, guys. That's right. I forgot it is only on ESPN Plus. Thankfully, now that I live here in Colorado again, we get on a local channel. I don't have to always think about, is it on ESPN2 only or stuff like that. So, man, I don't know. Is it a good thing that you haven't been able to watch the games, or you can't watch this one? If it's an ugly game, I don't know. Oh man, but hey, Patrick, glad you're here, man. Definitely appreciate you tuning in. Let's see. Okay, guys, we're gonna close this out. I gotta feed the dogs before the start of the game. It is weird to be doing this early in the morning, but again, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'll be back here at halftime for the halftime hash. So enjoy the game, guys. Look, let's go do it. Let's see what happens. At the end of the day, at least we got football on TV. And if you didn't notice, I'm going to go jersey-less today because I've worn a jersey for every game. So maybe me not wearing a jersey is the way to go. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. We're all getting desperate at this point, guys. Okay. That being said, hey, enjoy the game. We'll see you at halftime. Just like Clayton, you said, we'll see you there. And I guess there's nothing else to say other than what we always say at the end of these shows. And you can say it with me. That's okay. We'll end it on a very strong Go Broncos. Take care, guys.
Do what I like, yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goes, sip is right, and I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow, cause I know I'm the show, in the zone, here I go.